Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at the Avengers issue 4, legacy number 694. This is the fourth part of this bizarre storyline with the final host of Celestials and the Avengers 1 million or whatever. So this one is written by Jason Aaron with art by Paco Medina and Ed McGuinness. Anchor was Juan Velasco with Mark Morales. Colorist was Dave Carell. Letter was VC Corey's Petit. We're in Asgard with Thor and She Hulk, and they're demanding Odin tell them a tale of woe and blah blah blah. Lots of talking. We learn about how much he loved those pathetic little humans that he did battle with a million years ago, and he uses the word literally, which is kind of weird because he uses it like modern millennials do, not like normal people use it. So Odin talks funny in this. It's kind of annoying. When Thor asks if there's anything hidden around that might be useful to him that can help them fight the final host, and he's like, well, it could end the world or save it. Well, that's helpful. Look, old man, just give me something I can use. But Odin's trying to be all mysterious or whatever, so there's a door with two crappy little chains on it. Thor's trying to ask what's behind the door, and She-Hulk just rips the door off and they blunder right in. Meanwhile, Stark and Strange are up on the mountains of Greece in Olympia, home of the Eternals. And the Eternals are all laying around being dead or whatever. And they find Icarus. Doctor Strange really just stands around while there's talking. There's so much talking in this book. And Icarus isn't quite dead, so he gives them a little heads up as to what's going on. And it turns out that there's some shenanigans. Apparently humanity was a mistake or something. Meanwhile, T'Challa and Captain Marvel are on the space station talking about giant insects. Captain America's talking to Loki at the North Pole, explaining way too much about what's going on and telling them that humanity was a mistake, and Ghost Rider's on his way to help out, I guess, and his car can go underwater or whatever, nothing matters. And then Thor and She-Hulk are still in this frozen chamber looking at something called the Blood of Ymir. Even though nobody mentioned the name of it, somehow Thor knows what it is. It's the first of the Ice Colossi, father of all giants, and it's just this like egg-shaped thing. Well, Thor succumbs to the cold and She-Hulk warms him up with a kiss? I don't get what that's about, but okay. He looks like he's kissing the Hulk, like the regular Hulk, not She-Hulk, because there's these giant man hands on the side of his face. So if you wanted him to make out with the Hulk, just say it, okay? I don't know why She-Hulk's so dumb in this. She's not supposed to be that dumb normally. Anyway, we learn a little bit more about what's going on. It's really trite. We learn that Doctor Strange and Iron Man are on their way back. Captain America's still hostage. And we learn that apparently a million years ago, the Avengers of 1 million BC lost to the Celestials. At the end of the issue, it looks like Odin and his friends lost to the Celestials. And he may or may not have had some kind of quasi-romantic relationship with the Phoenix. I don't know. This issue was okay. It was so much talking, though. There's these giant paragraphs of jibber jabber that really they're trying to over explain way too much. And it was kind of annoying. And they did mention the Unimind, so we'll see. I don't know. I wasn't really into this issue. I thought it was a little boring. I'm tired of She-Hulk being stupid and looking like the Hulk with long hair. But the art was overall pretty good, actually. I don't like Ed McGuinness' style, but this was definitely a lot cleaner than some of his other work. He really needs to learn how to draw the human jaw and mouth, though. The art was probably the best part, which is sad, because like I said, I don't like Ed McGuinness' work all that much, but he actually did pretty good on this one, and I think that's why I think Paco Medina, I think he actually did some of the art. But yeah, overall, it was forgettable. The team lineup is fine. They're just not really acting like that team, those characters. They're like some weird millennial version of it, and I really hate this Avengers 1 million nonsense. It's really dumb. I personally am losing interest interest in this storyline. They need to kind of get it going and wrap it up. It feels like a lot happened without actually anything really happening. Like they were trying to make it look like stuff was happening when all it was a bunch of talking. So this was a miss for me, but if you're a completionist, you'll probably want to pick it up. I think it could have been a much better issue, and I'm really disappointed by this book. It's just so mediocre. And the paper quality is still garbage. So that being said, I'm not going to recommend this. I was bored. Afterward, I was like, did I read a comic book? I don't even know, because it felt like I was reading a short story that had pictures. But that'll do it for me. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss a future episode. And we hope to see you on the next one.